which I loved Iwo. I love Iwo with my whole heart. I lived there for 4 years. I served Iwo I stood beside this. Imagine you're standing beside someone who is irrational, have many personalities. You're an emir, you're an eze, you're an obi, you're an emperor, you have many. Some days you wake up, you don't know if, okay, is he upset today or is he happy today, or you don't want, let's not piss him off today, let's not make him. And I stood there for 4 years. I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning to find Oluwo on top of me. He was on top of me. You understand? And I was like, no, please stop. I'm just meeting you. Please. He's like, no, it's okay. You don't say no to a king. You don't say no to a king. And you're going to be my wife. I'm going to marry you. You're going to be queen. And you're going to have a good life. I'm going to take care of you. And blah, blah, blah. I approached him in March 3rd. I said, I missed my menses. I'm pregnant. He says, oh, it's good. We named this baby Odudua. And blah, 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 blah.
It's such a fun, interesting personality.
Even the way you see him, that's how he is all the time. It doesn't end. It's never unstopped. So it's the same thing that is happening to me now. He's going all around Lagos saying, she tried to kill me. Don't leave her issue. Just leave her. That's why nobody is looking behind at me and my baby. Yeah, you don't know her. And if you say to him now, well, Kabesi, how is this girl trying to kill you and she's from Canada? What does she know about Juju? He will now get angry. You're not listening. She tried to kill me. Why is everybody trying to kill you? You don't have a house in Iwo. You don't have a house in Canada. You don't have a house in Lagos. You only own 5 pairs of sunglasses and 3 designer shoes. What are we trying to kill you to do?
It's another very beautiful, lovely moment on Asabe Africa TV this afternoon, somewhere in the city of Lagos, almost an outskirts of Lagos, but in a very peaceful environment. This edition is a special edition, a very unique edition, and at the end of the day, you will all discover that it's an inspiring edition, because we are meeting a very, very unique personality, somebody that gave us so much challenge to get her to talk, somebody that drew our emotion. It was not easy getting her to talk, and when you want to get people like this to talk, I guess you need a lot of prayer, you need a lot of appeal to God, you need a lot of diplomacy, and you need a lot of behavioral temperament and all that. But by the special grace of God Almighty, today is Star Monday. After 7 hours since we set out early in the morning, by the special grace of God, we were brought into our ambience, and this great woman has been out of the system in the last 5 months. There's a lot of stories that have been going around in the media, on the social media, around the world, right from Canada to Nigeria to Africa, all over. We've had so much, but because of the kind of esteem that we hold her, we did everything best to locate and to find her, because we feel that she owes the world, and especially the women community, all women around the world, women of good conscience, an explanation about the true story. This is not the first time a royal palace will wake up one morning, or a king will say, okay, but it's also rare. It's very rare in Africa that you see a king wake up in the morning and say, I've sacked my queen. In most cases, it is either there is a top-up, meaning that a second Olori is married or all that. But when we had the story 5 months ago, we said there must be something fishing. And we never ever thought we were going to get her, but somehow, somewhere along the line, I was somewhere in the embassy some times ago, and we met somebody who mentioned her name, and I was like, okay. And we did a follow-up. A lady, we want to appreciate you for the gesture, ma. We did a follow-up. It was not easy, and eventually we were able to get her phone number, and we started putting pressure. Initially, some of our aides were trying to dissuade us, but by the special grace of God, today, we thank God that our effort paid, and there were a lot of things that went in between there. Anyway, I welcome you to the ambience of Her Highness Olori Queen Mother Chanel Chin, formerly Queen Chanel Adekanbi, the very prominent royal queen of Iwo Kingdom, and the mother of Prince Oduduwa, the only son of the OBA Adewale Akanabi, at least from what we get now until we get into the interview. We want to appreciate those who made this happen. We want to thank you for the pleasure, and we thank Her Highness. Her Highness, Your Highness, we are very privileged giving us this royal opportunity. Ma, I feel so very humble. In my career, I've never felt this way before, and I want to thank you, Your Highness, for this wonderful opportunity to talk to you today. I know it has taken a lot of time, and because of your schedule, and in the last 3 months we've been on it, and we thank the woman we met, the diplomatic session of the embassy, and we want to thank her for all this, and some other people that we spoke to before we reached out to you. Your Highness, it's been almost 5 months that you've been out of the palace in Iwo land, and we had a lot of things, and we feel that it is only African that we chase you, and we beg you, and we appeal to you that you tell us the stories, because we had a lot of dirty things, and looking at it from the perspective of the man that you are married to, that is a king himself, we saw a lot of things that happened around him, and we felt that the role of a woman should not be decimated, your esteem should not be decimated, and the honor attached to your office as a queen, and a very, very humble, amiable, easygoing queen for that matter, should not be decimated. Your Highness, what has happened in the last 5 months? And we want to hear your own part of the story, and why have you been so scarce? Where have you been, ma? Your Highness.
Ekasa.
That's Yoruba.
Yes, good afternoon.
Thank you.
There's a lot of reasons why I was very hesitant at first to say anything in regards to the matter. There's a great respect attached to the stool of Oluwo as a first-class monarch within the Yoruba traditional system. So just the respect for the stool, and also for respect of my son being a crown prince that was born on the stool. I took a great pride in that, because there are a lot of princes in Yoruba land, but not a lot of princes can say they were born during their father's reign. You understand? So I wanted to not say anything just out of respect, because I knew that the things that, if I am to say anything, it would be very degrading and detrimental to the stool.
Your Highness, ma, with total honor, I want to very much disagree with you on that, because there have been a lot of uproar and intrigues around that stool, and that is one of the reasons why I appreciate those who made it possible for us to meet you, especially from the diplomatic session down to when we located you. And I want to also appreciate you, because at the time you were very angry on phone with me, but I kept giving you reasons why you should talk.
You would not let it rest. You would not let it rest.
Yes, because I felt so bad, because I have seen you twice. The first time I saw you was in the house of High Chief Abelo Ogundokun during the wedding.
The wedding of his daughter.
Yes, the wedding of his daughter, Uyi.
I was 8 months pregnant during that wedding.
Yes, I saw you, and you came. You were very humble. We even tried to talk to you, but you didn't grant the press interview. You said no. You're just amiable lady. And the second time, I think you didn't come for the second wedding. And after that time, we said to ourselves that what kind of a queen is this that does not even talk, no press interview and all that. And that is one of the reasons I said we need to work hard to get the side of Her Highness to talk about what really happened, because before now, like you said, I said I disagree with you. That throne has been splattered with a lot of misdemeanor, splattered with a lot of antecedents that are not too real in brand and in nature and all that. What is the real issue? Because one of the allegations is that the king came out, he said he has sacked you because of irreconcilable differences. But when we press further, we also learned that the Kabiyesi went to the governor of that state to allege, that is His Excellency Oyetola, to allege that you are trying to poison his food and all that, to kill him, and that there are a lot of things that we had, and we said, a gentle person like you, will you be able to do that? And say, we have to talk about it. Your Highness, please, with total honor, we appeal that you talk about all these things so that you can put the record straight, ma'am.
I will say this, I waited 5 months to say something. I hadn't said anything because out of respect for the stool. But at the same time, let's use we all can see that this person that is occupying the stool is not respecting the stool. He's not respecting the stool that he occupied. Imagine that you would get a suspension from the traditional council and you would take out your cell phone and record a video of yourself saying, is audio and I don't need to go to their meetings. You're mocking the whole Yoruba traditional system in front of the whole world.
That is a suspension for the beating of the other Oba.
Oh, yes.
And he said that they couldn't suspend him, that he's still in charge.
Yes. And that.
How did you feel when you saw the video?
I felt really embarrassed because everybody started messaging me. My Instagram, and my WhatsApp. Oh, Oluwo, is that it again? I'm no longer with him. So please, it's so embarrassing because I have a child with this man. So that's why I decided to even speak out now, because you're even embarrassing the whole Yoruba community, the whole traditional system, and I'm keeping quiet. And you're accusing me of attempted murder. Can you imagine?
Yeah. That's what we had, and we felt.
Just keep quiet and let it go. And, I've been getting a lot of warnings and a lot of threats that, oh, you better not say anything because he's a king and you know where to find you. And, I was also scared for my life, scared for my safety, because there was a king in our town, the Oluwo'S.
Okay, the Oluwo of IWO, that elderly Oba, the Oluwo of IWO.
Yes.
Yes, I was aware of that case. That was like
2017.
Yes, 2017, that he went to destroy his palace.
Was inside the palace at this time. Oluwo sent thugs to go and destroy this man's property, to go and ransack his belongings. So if you can do that to a king,
like him,
you understand, what can you do to me? You understand? And he says, Oluwo says a lot that I'm a part of the government. I'm a part of this. So, I was really scared because I'm like, okay, if you're saying that you're a part of the government, then if I say anything. So now I just want to use this moment to even put it out there. I don't have any problems with anybody in Nigeria. I'm not fighting with anybody. It's only this king that is making a problem with me. So I would just pray that, if anything is to happen to my son or to me, we know where it would be coming from. Because I'm deciding to say something.
Your Highness, with total honor, what is the character of the threats? What's it like? Is it phone threats, or do you see people around your environment, or is it calls?
Mostly messages on Instagram, WhatsApp, from people that we know. They will say, they will be very diplomatic about it. People will listen to him before you and don't say anything because you have a son. But he's saying all these disgusting, nasty things about me, and we have a son together. So I should, if it's your daughter, will you just be quiet and say, oh, is it? You won't.
I can imagine how you feel, Your Highness. No, I can imagine how you feel because that's what your security people told us to, and I want to be totally. I'm sorry that I have to take you this far, Your Highness. I want to ask a very critical question, really, and I want to believe by God's grace you will tell me what really happened. What happened the day you were sent away from the palace? What really happened? We heard a lot of story. In fact, there's a story that it was you that went to Canada with him, and that it was from Canada that you told him that you are not coming to Iwo land because you have been turned to a punching bag in the palace, that most times he slaps you, he kicks you, he beats you up, and in most cases you are ill out of this physical beatings and all that. And
the issue with Canada, we went to Canada in November 2019, just November past, and we had a disagreement. There was some money that went missing, my personal money, and it was just me, him, and our baby in the hotel. When we go to Canada, we stay in hotel. Oluwo doesn't own a house in Canada. He doesn't own a car in Canada. So we stay in hotel. We use Uber. It's my credit card that we use to pay for these things. You understand? So I asked him, some money went missing. What happened? Please.
How much?
I don't wish to disclose,
Okay.
He now got very defensive and started abusing me verbally. Oh, yeah. I don't,
You are free.
He got very defensive and very, and he now called one of his friends to say, he called his friend and he said, my wife is about to call the police on me and come and get because if there's police issue and I don't want, and my stool and my position.
But were you trying to get the police on him, really?
Not at all. Not at all.
It was just being dramatic.
We know him to have a dramatic personality. You understand? And his friend came and got him, and he took all his belongings out of the hotel, and then he left. This was November 15th. My son's birthday was November 16th. And he left that and he went to Nigeria to join a popular Lagos monarch for the burial of his father's. It was a remembrance of his father's passing, this monarch in Lagos. And
his friend.
Then left me and my son in Canada and started messaging me through text message once he got back to Nigeria.
Your son was to do his own birthday 24 hours, so he just left the young
man didn't make any. He likes to post on Instagram happy birthday. Nothing from my son, nothing. And he started sending text messages from Lagos that, stay in Canada, don't come back. I said, but where will we go? We don't have anywhere to go. Do you want us to sleep in a shelter? He says, you're free to go to shelter. All my other baby moms are taking care of themselves. Find a way to take care of yourself. And I was like, so what happened? Why are you? So that's the first time he tried to abandon us in November. And I still took myself and came back to Nigeria. I arrived in Nigeria, I believe it was like December 3rd or something of that nature. And when I got back to Nigeria, we didn't have any problems until about 2 weeks before I was sent out the palace. I discovered that he was, having an illicit dealings with our housemaid.
He was having a sexual intercourse affair with your housemaid because how did you cut him?
I confronted him. It was things are not. It's not easy thing to say.
But you have to say it so that we will learn from it.
When I approached him about it, he was just basically very nonchalant, like he didn't care. And he was like, what do you want me to do? Should she just die? But that's what they're wishing for us. Any woman that you're putting yourself with, you're opening the doorway to different kind of, you're putting me at risk spiritually. You're putting me at risk, my health. You know, there's things as AIDS in Africa. That's very real. Did I come from Canada to contract these kind of diseases? We live in the middle of a rural kind of community. It's not like Lagos. It's not a, it's very, a lot of bushes and trees and not a lot of civilization. You understand? Which I loved Iwo. I love Iwo with my whole heart. I lived there for 4 years. I served Iwo I stood beside this. Imagine you're standing beside someone who is irrational, have many personalities. You're an emir, you're an eze, you're an obi, you're an emperor, you have many, some days you wake up, you don't know if, okay, is he upset today or is he happy today, or you don't want, let's not piss him off today. Let's not make him. And I stood there for 4 years. No generator. No, we just got a generator in October. It was, God bless him, His Excellency, Senator Oluwo'S, that is also from Iwo, that donated a generator, a Mikano generator, that we can have lights. Everything in that palace was donated. It was Chief Ogundogun that bought the chairs that we sit on, that even bought our bed that we sleep in. But this man will be going around saying, I spent all his money. Which money was I spending? I would go to baggy markets. I would go on foot to baggy market. I would be buying my clothes. OJ market in Ibadan. My woman in OJ that makes my Ofi. 1 pack of Ofi is 5K. So you're looking at my pictures on Instagram. Oh, she looks beautiful. She's enjoying. Oh, Olori, I trust you're enjoying. I trust it. 1 pack of it takes 2 pack of Ofi to make it. 2 pack is 10K. What is that? But people would look at picture and say, oh, she's enjoying. And he went everywhere to say he spent all his money on me. I don't have a business. I don't have a car. The cars that we drove, that we're driving, the new Lexus that we're driving, it was given to us by, I don't want to say any names, but it was during the election, a great politician from Lagos donated that money to Oluwo. That we would vote APC. Adeoti, the former SSG of OSUN State. Is that his name, Adeoti?
Yes, Adeoti, yes, Adeoti.
And he made everybody vote for Adeoti and told us that if we don't vote, we have to vote for somebody that is from Iwo. And if we don't vote for Adeoti, then curses will fall upon us because we voted against the land. You understand? And
Oluwo was saying that.
Yes! But you took APC money. And then you will say that I spent all your money. Where is all the money that I spent? The Prado that we have another vehicle is a Toyota or something, a SUV. It was donated to us by one Alaji. God bless his heart. Our Hilux is donated to us by one Alaji that's so generous to us. I will keep your name, because a lot of people don't want to be named because they don't want Oluwo'S. They don't want to be in the news.
What of the Nissan Jeep too that was branding about the black one?
The Nissan Jeep.
Nissan. Is it there?
It was one Jeep. It was a black Jeep. It was a 2013 Jeep. He went and put, it was 2013. He put 2018 body on it. 2018 exterior on it. You understand? And it was donated. And there's no money, people. We don't own it. Right now I'm in Lagos. I'm sleeping. I'm homeless with my child. It's very shameful. You understand? We've been out of the palace for 5 months. Now 1 naira as this king donate for your son Oduduwa that you claim, it's the first Oduduwa that you use my son to trend. Nobody in Yoruba land names their son Oduduwa.
So your son is with you? I was thinking the son is in the palace.
No.
You mean your son lives with you? He dumped your son?
Son is with me.
I can't believe it, Your Highness.
My son is, I would have took him with us today, but because of COVID, you understand. My son is with me.
Are you sure, man? Your Excellency, Your Highness. No, I can't believe this. I mean, if I were a man and I'm sending my wife away, I will have to take the child to myself. Because I thought when you came to Nigeria, you took this child to the palace before you were sent out of the palace. Are you telling me that your son was rejected alongside with you? Yes. What kind of man does that?
He's now saying that my son is not his.
I can't believe this.
That my son is not his. My son is 3 years old. My son will be 4 in November. So it's just last week you woke up and decide that the child is not yours. You understand? He hasn't given one penny for the baby. My baby has got malaria. He's got sick. I have to find money to buy medicine, to take him to the hospital, to do all these things. My son is a crown prince, and you're saying that my son is not yours. But you're still doing interviews all around saying, I named my son Oduduwa. Stop using us to trend.
The name Oduduwa, did he consult you before he gave you this? He gave his son name, because Oduduwa is a very symbolic name. We are going to other. Yeah.
It is.
It's symbolic. It's a Yoruba name, and it's the name of the progenitor of the Yoruba culture. So when he put that name on your son, did he consulted you, and were you in agreement?
I didn't have a choice. Imagine it's my first child ever in life. I gave birth to this boy. Oluwo wasn't in Canada with me. He was having an affair with one girl from Iwo, one Omalara Afolabi. You understand? And I was in Canada. I gave birth to this child by myself in a hospital room alone while you're using a matrimonial bed. And it was the same Chief Ogundogun, God bless his heart, that he sent 1 million naira to Canada so I can pay my house rent, because Oluwo didn't even have money. I was going to get kicked out of my home with my newborn baby.
You mean High Chief Abelo Ogundogun was the one that sent you 1 million naira to save you off from starving off in Canada when you went to deliver? Yeah. Your husband was not even standing beside you to even witness the arrival of his historic child?
No, that I was even calling my baby Abidemi because the father was not around.
How did you know Abidemi? What is
they will say, one thing my husband will say is, she doesn't want to urbanize. Urbanize as much as I can. I've tried for this man and for this.
You make me feel so sad by saying that he was not even beside you.
He was not.
How was the experience like?
It was by the grace of God and God alone. I had a natural birth. I did 3 pushes and my son came out. I didn't have a long hours birth. 3 pushes and he was here in the world. And then my brother came after, later on in the evening. And one of Oluwo's friend, at the time he said it was his cousin, but then later he said it's not his cousin. So I don't even know a lot of the things about this man. I don't even know. You understand? But going back, it was Chief Ogundogun that sent money that I was able to pay my house rent. I was able to buy food, Pampers, and things for my son. The same, we won't even talk about how he now repaid that man. Chief Ogundogun, when we were in the palace, he was feeding us, clothing us. We had nothing. When I met Oluwo, his coronation, I believe it was January 16th, I believe. I met him on February 2nd.
That was 2015.
2016.
Okay. Let's even go into that, because I want to ask you that how did you meet him? Because the story we got at that time, I was freelancing for a magazine in Lagos, and the interview he gave city people was that he met you in Canada, he toasted you, that he knew your family and all that. That was it. I still have a copy of that magazine at home where he said he met you in Canada. But what was the true story? How did you meet?
That was another big fat lie by a first-class king. Why do you need to go to City People magazine to lie? Who asked you? Who sent you? We didn't ask you anything, but you're lying to the media. There's a reason why Oluwo lied to the media.
What's the reason, ma? I
don't like to say names, but
I'm emotionally touched. You have to.
I have to laugh because what happened to me is so sad. I've cried. I can't cry about it anymore. I came to Nigeria December 2015 on a vacation with my friends from Canada and from the United States. My friends are Yoruba girls that they come to Nigeria all the time. And I also had some Jamaican friends that were coming along. And they told me, they came and met me and they're like, oh, we're all going to Nigeria for Dirty December 2015. And I said, you guys are going to Nigeria without me? I love Nigerian culture. I'm so much in Nigerian community. I'm so much love everything to do in Nigeria. Those days I was listening to P Square, Duncan Mighty, Burna Boy, all these, you understand? So you're going to Nigeria without me. It's not possible. I must come. And I invited myself on this trip, which would now end up to be my Waterloo. You understand? I came to Nigeria. I just wanted
We call it your Waterloo.
look what happened to me. A first-class king is saying that I tried to kill him. He's cheated on me. He's beat me. He's abused me. I suffered with him for 4 years. He's now telling everybody I spent all his money. This is my Waterloo. Now I'm forced to be a single mother to a boy child. You understand? That's not what I wanted for my life.
So how did you meet him actually? At what point?
What happened was I came to December 2015 with a group of friends, and we and also there was also one uncle. He's a good friend of ours. He's from Toronto. He had a big house here in Nigeria, so we all decided, wow, we're going to go to Nigeria. So we went. We ended up staying in the island, Intercontinental. Me and my friends. It's like a group of us, five of us, and. There was Oluwo did his coronation. Our friend is also from Iwo. He's from Ile-Ife. So he's the one that told us, oh, there's a king. He's from Toronto and they're doing a coronation. What's a coronation? Is when they swear him in, and the governor at the time, Aregbesola, His Excellency, Aregbesola was the one swearing him in at the time. So I said, okay, this is something I want to witness. He was like, it's deep in the village. This place is deep inside OSUN State. I said, I want to go. Is it like all those Nigeria movies that we watch? And I want to see this place. I just wanted to see, but it's like curiosity is what killed these cats.
Curiosity is what killed your cats, your highness.
You understand? I wanted to see. It wasn't about this king. I just wanted to see Africa. I was tired of seeing Lagos. I wanted to go deep inside Osha. I wanted to see. So we went to this coronation.
Enjoying the journey.
I was enjoying the journey.
You wanted more.
Oh man, I fell in love with Lagos. Fell in love with Nigeria. So we went to this coronation. Just me and my Jamaican friend. All the other Nigerian girls, they didn't come to the coronation. They're like, do you know you're going? It's bush. It's village. Don't go there. So I'm going. So me and the Jamaican girl that came along with us, we're very close. She just got married. Congratulations. So we went to the coronation, had a great time. Met Mr. Alhaji Morgan, great person.
He's a great Nigerian, Alhaji Morgan.
Yes. He was a great friend of ours. Even before I met Oluwo, Alhaji Morgan, he was actually courting my friend, my Jamaican friend at the time. So they were having conversation with each other, getting to know each other. So that's how I actually got to know Alhaji Morgan, because he was so interested in my beautiful friend at the time. So Alhaji Morgan told us that, we're having a party for this king in Lagos and Ikeja, and Olamide is going to be there, and all dignitaries, and you guys should come. It's going to be great. Me, I was like, the day of the party, I was like, I'm not going. And Alhaji Morgan called me personally. He's like, just come. That's going to be great. So we went to this party. As soon as I got to the party, before I even saw Alhaji Morgan, before I saw Oluwo, I was greeted by a popular Lagos monarch. A popular Lagos monarch. A
friend of
popular Lagos king. Okay. That now...
I hope he's not King Gushi.
So what happened was, this king now approached me and said, this man is a king. He's from Toronto. You're from Toronto. He's looking for a wife. Blah, blah, is a great thing to be. It would be Olori, and we'll all be with you, and you won't be alone. Because my first time ever in Africa. My mom is not here. My father is not here. I have no family here. So I spoke with Oluwo that night. I spoke with this king that night. And also Alhaji Remy Morgan was in the room when all of this. It was 3 of us. We were in a private room in this big house in Ikeja at this party. But we separated from everybody and went in a different room. And Alhaji Morgan was there, Oluwo was there, and this Lagos monarch was there. And Oluwo and I started talking. Okay, you're from Toronto. How come I don't know you? I know all the top people in Yoruba community in Toronto, but I don't know you. So how come I don't know you?
Of course, you're not in the Yoruba community.
You understand? So he's now telling me, oh yes, I'm a king. I live in Toronto. I live in Canada. I'm a Canadian. I live in Canada 15, 20 years. Blah, blah, blah. He's very smooth, knows how to talk. So I was like, okay. So we go down back to the party now, and Oluwo just has my hand like this now. So now no other dignitary in the party. Don't look at her. Don't talk to this. Don't talk.
So he grabbed you.
You understand? So I'm behind him, everywhere in this party behind this king. Okay. Drinks are flowing. Drinks. I was told, I approached Alhaji Remi Morgan and said, please, I need to lie down. Can I go because I'm drinking?
Yep.
So I went upstairs to lie down. I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning. Party is over. House is empty. No one is in the house. Only me and Oluwo. I woke up 3 o'clock in the morning to find Oluwo on top of me.
Is it a miracle or something? Or he disappeared there?
He was on top of me. You understand? And I was like, no, please stop. I'm just meeting you. Please. He's like, no, it's okay. You don't say no to a king. You don't say no to a king. And you're going to be my wife. I'm going to marry you. You're going to be queen. And you're going to have a good life. I'm going to take care of you. And blah, blah, blah. And he already started what he was doing. And maybe it's my fault. I let him finish. You understand? And the next day, I was told to pack up all my load and follow him to Iwo.
Just like that?
Just like that. And that's what I did. That's what I did. Now, a month later, this is February 2nd. March 3rd now.
I think that's 2016.
2016. Remember, my baby is now born November 2016.
Yep.
So I got pregnant 1 month after I met Oluwo. I got pregnant 1 month after I met Oluwo. I got pregnant. The very next month, I missed my menses. I approached him in March 3rd. I said, I missed my menses. I'm pregnant. He says, oh, it's good. We named this baby Odudua. And
He's such a fun, interesting personality.
Even the way you see him, that's how he is all the time. It doesn't end. It's never on stop. You understand? So okay. Me.
It's a sad story anyway.
To me, I was even happy because I'm like, okay, I'm pregnant. We're gonna get married. I'm gonna start a family. Let's look at it like the cup is half empty and half full instead of the cup is half empty. Let's look at it with a positive. That's the Canadian way.
Yep.
You just look at it as, okay, it's a blessing. It's a baby. It's my first baby, my first fruit of the womb. I'm not gonna. You understand? So going back to when I first met Oluwo, one of the first things I asked him that night was, how many children do you have? Any woman that you don't have any children with somebody, you're going to ask, when you meet a man that is taking interest in you, you're going to, do you have any are you married?
Yep. Yes, exactly.
You understand?
Yes, my guy.
No. He said no, he's not married. And he said that he had 5 children.
Wow, how?
I said, you have 5 children? He says, yes, he has 2, but he also has a set of triplets that he's never met before, and he does not believe the triplets are his.
This same story again?
So I said, okay, and I was just meeting him that night. So I didn't care because I just met him. I hadn't slept with him. I was just meeting him at the party, so I was just like, okay, that's your life. You're a 50-year-old man. You're allowed to have children. If you're 50 years and you don't have children, then something must be wrong with you.
Yep.
You understand?
Yes, you're in it.
Yeah, so I'm a reasonable person like that.
Yep.
So it wasn't until after I gave birth to my son, there was a blog from his former wife, the wife before me.
Oh, was there a wife before you?
Yes, there was a wife before me.
Okay.
She's based in Toronto.
Okay.
She's based in Toronto. She has 2 boys for him. There was a blog, and I don't know if she had anything to do with the blog. So let me just put that on record. I will not put anything on that woman because this man has proved to be a liar. But what he told me is that she put out in the blog, because I read the blog, it said that when I gave birth to my son, the blog said, congratulations to him on child number 9.
Child number 9.
9. So my
wow.
was child number 9. And I said, what is this I'm reading in the blog? And he was like, oh, it's, so don't mind her. And she's jealous of you. But I said, but this is the name. It said all the names. I will even show you this post. It says he has 9 children by 5 other women or 4 other women, and it named all the children. There's Malik, and Malik's younger brother. There's Kenya Akambi in Canada that is married to his very first Canadian wife, Lynn Akambi. Then he has the triplets. That's another woman, Fadida Williams in Canada. That's not his wife. That he cheated on Lynn Akambi with Fadida Williams and born triplets with this woman. This is the story that he gave me. And then there's the one that he left in Toronto, abandoned this girl, a young girl with 2 boys. So that's 8 children that we just named. Then my son that's number 9. So when I asked him, I said, so is this true? He said, yeah, it's true. So I said, but I started crying because I'm like, I don't even know this person. I just had a child with you, and now you're telling me. So I said, why didn't you say anything? He said, but if I told you the truth, then you wouldn't have agreed. You wouldn't have agreed. Who talks like that? This is my life that you're playing with. It's my life.
Emotion.
Forget emotion. This is now I'm alone. I'm a part of the other women that is abandoned. Now I'm woman number 5 that is abandoned. So now I'm forced to raise a child on my own with no help, no money. Go and look for work. I didn't ask to be in this situation. Why won't you take care of your responsibility? You understand? So forget that part. I just need to put that on record. He's recently done an interview with City People again.
What did he say there?
They asked him, oh, have you been married before? And he said, I've been married once before.
Once?
That's what he said in the and I'm reading it like, you're such a tell the truth. Stop lying. Tell the truth. Your first wife, Jumoke Akambi, that she's doing Olori Jumoke all around Nigeria. You understand? When I met him, I didn't know anything about her. But apparently now in the blog, they're saying I took another woman's place. I didn't know her. When I went to Iwo, I've never seen this woman since I stepped foot in Nigeria 2015 till now 2020. So, but apparently that's his first wife. I've seen her Instagram is Jumoke Akambi Olori. That's her title. So, okay. There's her. Then there's Lynn Akambi in Canada that he married for his Canadian citizenship. That he used this woman again. I asked him, what happened to that relationship? He said that the woman suffers a mental issue running that woman's family. Leave her issue alone. They suffer from they are crazy people. They suffer from mental issue. Okay, so you leave it. I want to believe him. You understand? Any woman that, even up to today, any woman that gets with him, my wife tried to kill me. They will want to believe him because you understand. They will, even when I met him, what happened to your last wife before you met me that you abandoned with the 2 boys in Canada? Every time we go to Canada, Oluwo, let's go and visit your boys. I'm a mother. You understand? My son is the only child. Let him meet his brothers. They're age mates. Yep. My son is 3. The youngest that he has with this girl is maybe like 5 or 6. They're age mates. Let them play and meet each other. No, leave her issue alone. You don't know her. She's evil. She tried to kill me. So this woman tried to kill you. This woman tried to kill. But I believed him at the time because this is before he blamed me of the same thing. I believed him. Oh, she tried to kill me and then she threatened to kill herself. He even had people from Canada call me to confirm the story that said, oh, you don't know her, Olori. She tried to kill him and she wanted to kill herself. Olori, just leave her issue. So then what do I do? You understand? So it's the same thing that is happening to me now. He's going all around Lagos saying, she tried to kill me. Don't leave her issue. Just leave her. That's why nobody is looking behind at me and my baby. Yeah, you don't know her. And if you say to him now, well, Kabesi, how is this girl trying to kill you and she's from Canada? What does she know about Juju? He will now get angry. You're not listening. She tried to kill me.
What kind of character is this?
You understand? He will get angry if you even try to say, but it's not, but look after the son now. Take care of the baby. Yeah, leave her issue. This is what he's used. With the other wife, I would always say, give them money. Take care of your children. You don't know her. Yeah, because he uses that as an excuse to abandon his responsibility. You understand? Oh, this woman tried to kill me and I don't want police problem. Oh, I don't want problem. So just leave them where they are. The children will come and find me when they are older. Then what? Then me that I'm living with him. I'm living in the palace. I know he has an anger issue. I know he gets angry.
Easily.
Very easily.
Emotionally bad.
Yes.
No. Honestly, let me even ask you, what is the case of those triplets? Because I'm hearing this for the first time. I mean, I can't believe that he has triplets of boys, and they are just somewhere he has not met them. What did he tell you about them?
Triplets are 2 girls and a boy, I believe. I've never met them, as well as he's never met them. Which now, you know what? I don't even want to talk about his past, the past children, the past triplets. I don't even, because Oluwo's the type of person where he will now contact them and say, oh, take this money and just come and say something. Like, that's what he does. He knows how to manipulate. So I don't even want to talk about anything that he's able to manipulate. I only want to talk about what happened to me.
Let's even go to
what happened to me. I can't even talk about it.
Your Highness, I want to ask you this critical question. When you married him, did you discover, by the time you get to the palace, what did you discover about the relationship with other women? Is there anything that you saw that got you so very wary? And I want to, because you are just innocent from Canada, you came with friends, and maybe
do you know this person?
Yeah,
No,
maybe let's say luck shone on you somehow. I don't know, but what did you discover eventually when you go to the palace, especially about women? Were there any women? Were there anything? Because we believe you are the coronation wife.
God, you know, that's another scandal in its own. I was not the wife. That was not the Olori that he used for his coronation.
No, ma, I can't get you, Your Highness. Sorry, ma, I can't get you. I mean, I'm saying you are the one, the coronation wife, because he puts a staff of office.
I will say this: during the coronation, I was not with Oluwo. He was dating I think she was like 19 or something, at a very young girl. He divergent from Iwo, Ayomide Ogunsetan.
Ayomide Ogunsetan.
And he was dating her. He divergent her. According to legend, I never met her. She was dating him before he took her to meet Obasanjo. He took her to Elegusi's palace. He took her all around. That's who he was doing as my wife, my Olori. Everybody in Iwo knows. So this is public record. Me, I'm just coming to Nigeria. I didn't know anything about her. Even when I met him, and he brought me back to Iwo, there was not even any palace. This is what people need to know. I spent all this man's money. When I met him, we didn't have anywhere to even sleep. We weren't sleeping anywhere. It was one barrister Atanda from Iwo. God bless your hearts. God bless your soul. Very nice man. That he had he's based in UK. He gave us his home to use until we had a palace to sleep. It was his home that we were using. We didn't. So when everybody says she was enjoying my Jalamia is 15K from Balogun Market, my earring is 6K from Balogun Market. There's no money. So it's very frustrating, excuse me, because this man is going northwest, east, south to tell everybody I was I was just in it for money.
Money sucker.
We didn't have any.
You suck as well.
I will show my Wema bank account.
So it was Barrister Atonda that gave his own building.
Yeah, that gave
temporary.
Yeah, that gave us his home to use. That the home it was even a modest home. Thank God for you, Barrister, because that's where my son was conceived. You know, that's where we lived. We didn't even have a palace. So basically, this girl, 1 month after I met Oluwo in March, there was a big angry crowd that came. I don't understand Yoruba, so I didn't know what was happening. Basically, it was this same interior designer that he used to interior design his palace, Temi Amzat. At the time, we won't even say how we know her, because Oluwo met her through one of the people that I knew in Nigeria that brought me to Iwo. And the way how Oluwo knows her, he met her through a gentleman that was not her husband. We'll leave it as that. She was having dealings with a gentleman that was not her husband. And that is how Oluwo knows Temi Hamzat. But you will accuse me of committing adultery that I never ever committed. But you will be walking around with adulterous people. We'll leave it at that. We won't talk any more of that. So this told me that when the crowd came and they're like, she told me this is the family of the young girl that he promised marriage, because he's now hasn't seen the girl in 1 month since she came. And he's not picking her call. And there's rumor in the town that there's a new Olori from Canada, and he's promised these people marriage. And you know, in a small village like this, and a king comes, Olori is from our family. You understand? So they're doing is a great pride to them that you just rob this family of their pride. You understand? So they came, So it was now Temi Hamzat that came to me and said, he was dating this girl, and the family is they're uprising and ba. Even this Temi Hamzat, if it's up to her, my son wouldn't have even came to see light of day. It was this man. Just forget about this man, because there's a lot that was going on behind the scenes. There was a point where she was even banned from coming to the palace.
You mean Temi Hamzat?
Yes, and then now that
because she was close to you.
No, not because she wasn't close to me. She was close to the man from Ile-Ife that we all knew from Canada. You understand? So he's the one that brought us to Iwo. You understand? It's a long, I don't want to break down this story, but you're posting this woman on your Instagram, and people need to know the truth about the truth. I was told to abort my child. I was told to leave this man by this same, you understand? So let's leave. My son is here. And now you've kicked out your son and your wife. And who did you bring back to the palace to decorate the palace? Temi Hamzat. Yeah, I'm living in a palace for 4 years. I was never even allowed. The palace is very ugly. Well, please, let's redecorate the palace. There's no money. There's no money. The day you kick out your wife, you bring in the woman that had a problem with your wife. The woman that this Temi Hamzat went everywhere to tell people I was a whore. I don't know you.
And she was the one that wanted you to abort your son.
I don't know you. So what do you know about me that I'm a whore? And that is who Oluwo decided to conjoin himself with. Again. You understand? So we'll leave that issue alone, because she's a married woman with 8 or 9 children. So we won't say anything else about her. I was a married woman and I have a child. But they are trying to disgrace me all around. So we won't talk anymore about that. Well, I will just pray that you people, my safety. And so because of safety, I won't say anything.
Yeah. That's why we appeal to you. No.
There's a lot of things that went down behind the scene. I suffered with this man. I inherited enemies. You understand? You brought me into this palace when you promised another family marriage. I didn't know about this. When I found out I was 1 month pregnant, was I supposed to abort my child like what they wanted me to do? No. I was not gonna do it. And Oluwo I even told him. I said, they said that this, and he says they're jealous. They're jealous of you. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. You understand? When I got into the palace now, there was a lot of blogs that were saying I was a factory worker in Toronto. I was this. I was that. I was very well off in Toronto. I never worked in a factory a day in my life. I was very well off. And I inherited a lot of enemies just from being attached to Oluwo, because there were a lot of women that he used and double-crossed to get to where he was. There was one woman that even helped him.
Get to that place.
A strong woman, a very strong woman in the judicial. And she's very innocent. This woman, I would even want to even apologize to her, because I didn't know about her at first. I didn't know about her. Oluwo lies. And when I got to find out about her, he kept telling me that, don't mind her. I don't want to talk about her issue.
No, what really happened? Because
I don't want to, because, she's a very respected woman. And she's very innocent. She helped somebody that she believed in. And he did the same thing to her that he did to me. He lied against her. He cheated on her. He deceived her. And he even told all of us in the palace that she wants to kill him. She wants to kill him. Everybody wants to kill you. And we believed him. We believed him. That this woman, she's evil. She wants to kill me and she wants to kill you. And she wants to kill everybody. And just so we believed him and we just kept moving forward with our lives.
Is it the one that they said made it?
No. Let's leave our issue. But I will even extend and apologize. A sorry to you because I believed him. And now I see that you're not the first person and you're not the last that he's gone on to destroy. This is somebody that introduced him to Aregbesola, His Excellency, for him to even ascend this throne. And this is what you did to her. So look at what you've done to me. Look at what you've done to your ex-wife in Canada. You said this poor girl tried to kill you. When I got down to the bottom of it, he has to stay away from them because he's a danger. It's the other way around. So why are you lying? Why are you lying? Why is everybody trying to kill you? You don't have a house in Iwo. You don't have a house in Canada. You don't have a house in Lagos. You only own 5 pairs of sunglasses and 3 designer shoes. What are we trying to kill you to do? It's not like if I kill you, my son is going to inherit, a oil refinery, or my son is going to inherit. What is my son going to inherit? All the ridicule that you brought to your stool. What is my son going to inherit if we kill you? You're the only person I know in Nigeria. I don't know anybody in Nigeria. I came to Nigeria on vacation with my friends. All my friends have gone. He's even told me to stop talking to them, that they're jealous of me.
He blocked you from them?
He blocked me from everybody. I was in that palace, no mom, no dad, no sister, no brother. If I call my brother at night, maybe 10 o'clock in the night, because Canada is 6 hours behind, he will say, yeah, it's nighttime and you're on the phone. Yeah, get off the phone. But I'm not allowed to talk to anybody. And that is one of the problems that happened in the palace that led to me being put out of the palace.
Before we go into the issue of when put you out, what are those things you saw in the palace? I mean, especially when you are pregnant, were there kind of did you face some kind of spiritual, your highness, did you face some spiritual challenges and all that? And what are the psychological challenges you face? Because in Yoruba land, we believe that, when you're in that kind of environment, they want to attack you, they want to get you out of the way, and a lot of spiritual hallucination, all that. What was the experience like in the palace? Because we have a proverb in Yoruba land that Ile-Ola, that is a wealthy home is a thorny environment.
I will say this. I'm still even suffering from the traumatic experience of living in that palace for 4 years. Imagine that you're with somebody. I feel like I've said too much and I've said past my boundary.